Welcome back to another reaction for ReZero Season 4, Episode 13. So last week we had like a refresher episode where we got to see all the stuff that happened before the break. Now we are back in action. Now stuff is going to happen. We only have like 7 or 8 episodes left. So I feel like it's going to go really quick now. Makes sense. I mean, he's dead, right? We assume he's dead because we assume he has a book. And if we assume that, then we may see the reason why he died, which also is going to hopefully give us a tip how we can kill him or defeat him. I mean, that is under the assumption that we are going to fight him. Maybe we find a different way to make him yield. Yeah. I do like the attention to detail to Emilia, because she's very, she's very sad that he doesn't call her Emilia Tan anymore, even though at the beginning she didn't know what to do with that. Here, the typical retort is that Subaru always gives to her for using like outdated slang. This makes her happy, because this is like the glimpse of Subaru coming through. レイド・アストレアの本は本当にあの書庫にあるのだろうか。彼が400年前に実在した人物であることも疑いようはないが。いくらなんでも何百年なんて長生きできると思えねえし。Okay. So he's asking if Raid is even dead. Good question. Because we don't know why Raid is in the tower. But the assumption was that he's dead. Yeah, but you are special. You are our little mascot, so you need to live long. And you lived so long just to meet Subaru, right? So. Yeah, you, but not Anastasia. You are also a spirit. Emilia is like an elf thingy that was encased in ice. Okay, we got it. He may be 400 years old. I get it. Maybe it's just a female thing. Maybe it's just girls live longer in this world. 400 years. But... 長生きキャラがすげえ多いな。エミリアちゃんも？もっとも彼の性格を考えれば長命種であるとは考えにくい。性格ってすごく元気なところ？元気というよりは破天荒と言うべきだろうね。彼が長命種だとすれば400年も塔の中でおとなしくしていたとは到底思えない。確かに。実際のレイド・アストレアを思えば、ひとところに長居することを良しとする人物像ではないな。However, maybe he is also caught in the tower. それじゃ、レイドが元気な死人ってことで、異論はないな。Which doesn't really work, right? Energetic dead guy is like, he's dead, but he's energetic. Also, it doesn't really matter if you find his book, or maybe you find the book of someone who was able to fight against him and maybe defeat him. You don't really know much about his history. There has to be someone who was strong enough. How about we send Emilia up the tower once? To see what is the next floor like?
Just to get like a glimpse. Wouldn't that be good? No? Okay.
どうした？まだ納得いかねえか？
いいや、他の打開策もない。君の発案が有効であることは認めよう。
Granted, I feel like it's the only option we have. Because this tower doesn't really have much for being so massive. We have the library. We have a room where we can sleep and heal. And we have raid. That's it. We have a balcony, if you can find it. But we don't really have any other options. There's not much else going on here. Again, for a massive tower. There's not much going on.
でも思うところはある。
これは私自身の問題だろう。気にしないでほしい。
ラム、ちょっとみんなを任せていいか？
Where are you running? Oh.
それで私に話とは？
お前、レイドに勝つ気があるのか？
スバル、君は。
悪いな。本当ならできるだけ時間をかけてお前のへっこんだ心を立て直すべきなんだと思う。けど俺たちには時間がない。だからはっきり言うぜ、ユリウス。
聞こう。
それはそれ、これはこれだ。
は？
お前が俺を見てギクシャクした感じになるのはわかる。昨日までの俺が多分お前になんかやらかしたんだろう。けどそれは今の俺とは関係ねえ。
Right, the whole thing that Subaru was able to find out Anastasia was not Anastasia but Foxy Donna, and he was unable to figure that out. Okay. But I mean, Subaru is right. That was old Subaru. New Subaru is new Subaru. He doesn't have anything to do with that.
俺たちのパーティーの中でお前が一番強い。だからうまく攻略本が見つかったとしてもレイドとの戦いはお前に任せることになる。
I mean, technically, Emilia is the strongest because she was able to defeat Raid. So, I'm just saying.
私はすでに2度彼に負けている。
知ってる。でも次は勝ってくれ。
Yeah,
俺
I've
は
had
決
just
着を
win.
見てね、昨日までの記憶もね。だから俺はお前がレイドに負けたところなんか一回も知らねえ。お前に足りないのは勇気じゃない。足りないのは勝ち気だ、負けん気だよ。勇気はちゃんとここに詰まってる。レイドアストレオ、俺はお前に任せる。あの一番厄介な敵をお前が倒せ。
昨日までの記憶をなくした君がどうして私にそうまで期待できる？
それはそのイメージだ。お前の見え方だ。お前の全部が俺にそう期待させる。
そうか。
I mean, he's like the Knight of Knights, right? He's the quintessential knight poster child.
私の見えがそう思わせたのだね。世界に忘れられ、主の存在を確かめられず、そんな状態にあっても、私がこれまで培ってきた全てが失われたわけではない。そう言いたいのだね。
そこまで賢くまとまってなかったけどな。少しは前向きになったが。
さて、どうかな。君の言葉は具体性に乏しい精神論だ。
お前な。
ただ、それはそれ、これはこれだ。
Hey, bros. If you consider where they came from, Subaru really didn't like him. He didn't like how Subaru behaved, which understandable. And now they're like bros.
スバル見て、レイドの本が見つかったの。
This library has like a million stories. How did you find it so quick? We were there for like a second. Is time running differently here? Did you look through a million books? How did you find his book so fast?
マジで？
見つけてくれたのはメイリーよ。お手柄でしょ。別にただたまたま目についた本だったってだけよ。
バカ言え。ちゃんと自分がやってやったことは自慢しろ。偉いぞメイリー。
髪が乱れるわ。
とはいえ見つかったのが偶然ってんなら。
残念ながら書庫の法則性が暴かれたわけではないということだね。
探せるなら探してやりたい本もあったんだがな。
There would be a book I would like to find. What book could he want to find? There's no real... I have an idea what book he would like to find. Yeah, I can definitely see why he would want that book.
だがな。
お兄さん、まさか。
言っただろ。俺はお前の健やかな成長のためなら手は抜かない。
Oh, is she assuming he means Elsa? Okay, I can see that. I can also see a different option.
それでレイドの本はまだ誰も見てないってことでいいんだな。
当然でしょ。うっかり早まった真似をしてバルスのように記憶が抜け落ちたら大変だわ。
言っとくがまだすっぽ抜けの原因が本で確定ってわけじゃないからな。
But there's a chance. So it makes sense to not rush into it and send someone who doesn't have much to lose. Subaru, please go ahead. You have like 1 day of memories. If you lose them again, who cares?
すげえ手前勝手なこと言うけど読むのは俺が一番マシだと思う。
スバル。
俺たちはチームだ。みんなが全員のために何かしらの役割を負う必要がある。ユリウスが戦う担当、エキドナが知識人担当、
Okay.
ラムが毒舌担当で、
Okay, the role's already falling apart.
メイリーが可愛い
But what about Biako?
担当で、ベアトリスが可愛い担当。
Okay. I guess we can have the same role twice.
シャウラがグラビアシーン担
Quite literally, I would, yeah.
当で、エミリアちゃんが美少女ヒロイン担当って考えると、ここは俺が担当すべきだろ。
なんだかへんてこな役職がすごく多かった気がするけど。そんなことねえっす。お日様のためなら安心。
いや、
I mean, I wouldn't stop her now. I would. Let's see where this is going. Let's just. She's 400 years old. That is rare to. I mean. Sounds a little bit like she, is a 1,000-year-old. But at least she looks old enough and is 400 years old.
それ以上脱がれると俺は引くから頑張らなくていいよ。
I mean, you don't need to watch, right?
はしごを外されたっす。
てなわけ
That's
で
what I'm saying.
みんな俺が読むってことで異論はないな。
絶対に戻ってきてね。
I should probably mention it. I didn't mention this. As you see on the colored subtitles done by not Nick SMH and Nick written NIK on Twitter. Again in the description because Crunchyroll, yeah, they are not doing a good job with the subtitles. So I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to watch his subtitles, their subtitles, them, whatever the case may be, because they are good subtitles. Also, the person knows a bit about the show itself, so should there be some discrepancy from the show and the novel, last time they introduced a little bit of a subtitle, so that could be helpful if there is another thing that is different, majorly different.
スバルは破るから約束しないけど。
俺の記憶が吹っ飛んだ時は氷漬けにしてコンコンと説教してやってくれ。
そんな乱暴な真似誰もしやしないかしら。
分かってるよ。お前は優しいからな。
Okay, history of raid. Now this is going to be interesting. We are going to get some lore.
じ
And
ゃあ
this
行
is
ってく
400
れ。
years ago.
帰りは遅くなるかもしれないから先にご飯食べてていいよ。
バカ。
Okay, first off, this doesn't look like a normal place. Second, you know, it's Raid's book, potentially 400 years ago. Are we going to see the sage? Are we going to see the dragon? Because the Raid, the sage, and Volcanica were together fighting against the witch, right? Witch of Envy. Maybe, are we going to see the Witch of Envy in full? I mean, it doesn't seem like it right now. Definitely a lot more different than Melee, not Melee, Pride. Because in Pride, we were like more a third person swimming around the memories. Here, we are more active. Is that because Raid is in the tower?
ここがレイドの記憶。
あらら。お兄さんたらまた来ちゃったの
I assumed this would happen a little bit later.
お前は、いや、ここはどっちから聞けばいい？
欲張りだな、お兄さん。でも嫌いじゃないよ。私たちは欲張りな人が大好きだからさ。ここは寂しく白い魂の終着地点。オドラグナのゆりかご、記憶の回廊。
Yeah, so whenever I read this, it went over my head. The whole thing.
記憶の回廊？
そうそう、記憶の回廊。そして私たちは魔女教滞在司教、暴食担当ルイアルネブ。どうせまた短い間だけどよろしくね、お兄さん。
そもそも魔女教とか滞在司教ってなんじゃらほい？
魔女教ってのはさ、この世界の嫌われ者の集まりだよ。
確かに悪党集団の名前だ。
Yeah, but are they joining the group because the world hates them, or is the world hating them because they joined the group? Which comes first?
つまりお前も悪党か？
そんな風にイタイケな女の子をいじめないでよ、お兄さん。私たちだって傷つくんだよ。
私たちだの
She's switching between two different versions of we, Watashi Tashi and Atashi Tachi. The latter will be italicized. I'm assuming it's male female, or maybe Watashi is female, right? Maybe it's like a older version, like whenever royalty in fantasy is talking about we and us, like the royal we, the royal I and stuff.
私たちだの安定しねえけど、その一人称はキャラ付け？
ああ、気にしなくていいよ。ちょっと自我が多すぎるもんで、どれが主体になるかふわふわしてるだけなんだ。でも
仕方ないよね。お兄ちゃんと兄様からの贈り物なんだし、ちゃんともらってあげなきゃ。妹として失格だもの。
そりゃ兄思いで可愛い妹だな。俺は一人っ子だから羨ましいよ。
そう、今頃お兄さんにも弟か妹ができてるかもしれないじゃん。
怖いこと言わないでくれる？想像したくねえよ。
We have a jolly old time here with someone who just said they are the Synarch Bishop of Gluttony. You know?
わかるよ、お兄さん。父さんとお母さんに申し訳ないんでしょ。お別れの一つも言えないで、なんて親不幸な息子なんだって後悔してる。どうしてわかるのかって、わかるに決まってるじゃない。だって私たちや私たちほどお兄さんのことわかってる人間なんて一人もいないんだから。
First off, how about you don't let her close? The other two were pretty strong and they also were small. Second, she's talking about his feelings towards his parents. Shouldn't he have lost those memories? Or is it, he did say episodic memory loss. So he still remembers the time he was at home in the real world before reincarnation. Interesting that he didn't lose those memories at all. Are they maybe not, are they different types of memories? That is why he didn't lose them?
私たちはただお兄さんに安心してほしいだけだってば。
お前は何なんだ？何が言いたい？オドラグナのゆりかごだの、記憶の回廊だの、頭からケツまでわからねえことばっか並べやがって。
そうだね、早い話、ここは魂がこされる場所だよ。
魂をこす？
一度使った雑巾は洗って干したらまた使うでしょ。魂も同じなんだよ。こびりついた汚れを落としてまた綺麗な状態で再利用する。
そのこびりついた汚れってのは記憶とか経験って意味か？
その方がわかりやすいならそれでいいんじゃない？お兄さんの好きにしなよ。
Okay, how did we end up here? How are you here? Two very important questions. Also, how is the tower connected to this?
記憶と経験をここで？それじゃあ俺の昨日までの記憶を奪ったのはお前か？
そうだよ。
I mean, it was pretty obvious that it would come to this as soon as gluttony was introduced, and wherever gluttony is, memories are gone. It is surprising that that not all the memories got lost. Again, are they different? Is there like a barrier?
何かが塔に近づいてるっす。お日様のことは任せたっす。
私も行く。
エミリア様、レモン、ベアトリス、スバルお願い、任せるかしら。
So even without everything happening like before, still something happens to the tower. We didn't really get to see what exactly happens. We only know shit hits the fan real quick. Now, those guys we saw down below. I mean, can you not do the snipey snipe? Or can we not get melee? Be like, hey, don't attack us. Okay, we are going for super snipey snipe. This would also imply that the beasts come from every direction. Okay, problem solved. Not solved. Okay. Now okay. Now the question is, why are they attacking? Even if it was melee, even if melee was responsible somewhat for this attack, which I'm not claiming, she can't control that many of them, right? So why are they attacking right now, and why is this closed off now? Not closed off anymore, okay. Interesting.
お久しぶりです、姉様。所詮この世は暴飲暴食。
At least now stuff makes more sense what is happening. So there's a monster rampage. We have more gluttony, which is not going to be good. It doesn't explain why Witch of Envy, came, really? At least some of it is explained now.
つまり昨日の俺もここに来てたってことか。
そうだよ。でもすごいね。素敵だね。また来るなんて。あれから何回でここまで来られたの？ねえ、答えてよ、お兄さん。私たちは答えてあげたじゃん。お兄さんは私たちに食べられてから何回目のお兄さんなの？
そのことは。
ここでの出来事は外に漏れないから平気だよ。お兄さんと私たちだけの秘密。
We had the situation already once. And it still leaked out.
ねえお兄さん、何回目
5回目だ。
すごい、すごいね。すごいよ、すごいわ。すごいんだってば。すごいからこそ、すごいって憧れるからこそ。ボーイ、暴食。お腹がはち切れるくらいお兄さんのことがたまらなく味わいたいわ。私たちの経験からすると食欲と性欲って似てると思うの。
You know, I was like, hey, you know, this looks a little bit weird, but you know, it's just doesn't need to be weird. FBI against her? Question mark? I don't know. Safe word. Coconut. I don't know what the safe word is. Banana.
性欲ってつまり愛でしょ。つまり私たちはお兄さんの子だ。
Okay, good. Run?
俺の記憶を返せ。さもないと。
首を絞めるの？私たちのか弱い女の子の首を。 そんなことお兄さんにできちゃうわけ？
I mean, did we do that?
それでもし夏木スバルの記憶が戻ったりしたら今のお兄さんは死んじゃうんだよ。
Oh.
だってそうでしょ。記憶が戻ったら今の自分に上書きされて下書きは消えちゃう。それって死んだのと同じだよね。そこまでして夏木スバルを取り戻す価値があるのかな。
何をペラペラと適当に。
記憶が人を形作るんだよ。お兄さん、今のお兄さんには今のお兄さんが作った関係がある。
I mean, this is a very difficult question to answer. This goes more or less what makes you necessarily you. Because sure, he only has like memories for a day or so, but he did die like 5 times. He has built up some memories. So if the old Subaru comes back, are they going to be overwritten? There's no way to know if you get overwritten, if you get merged, or something like that. I mean, this is where emotion and logic divide. Because logically speaking, the old Subaru has more memories. So it would make more sense to have him back. But if you really see it as dying, which you don't know, no one knows. No one has an idea. Would it be like dying? Would it be just a merging of 2 Subarus into one? I don't know.
それにこんなこと言ったらなんだけど、夏木スバルってあんまり理想的な男性像って感じじゃないよ。
かわいそうなエミリア。その生まれがかつての魔女と同じというだけで誰からも忌避される哀れな娘。
You're talking, this is a different voice, right? I can't point out which one though.
それでも一緒にいてあげる自分はなんて優しいんだろう。弱くて脆いベアトリス、頼れるものもなく、たった一人で孤独の時間を過ごしてきた寂しがりな女の子。暗く危うい道筋を自分が手を引いてあげなくちゃ。
何の
献身的で無償の愛を捧げようとするレム。誰かのために必死になることで生きる実感を得ようとする不完全な存在。俺という存在が導いてやらなきゃならない。
何のつもりだ。
夏木スバルが思ってたことの代弁だってば。欲しいのはいつだって優越感。都合のいい連中だけ周りにはべらして手を差し伸べる快感に酔ってる。
We should not forget she is an enemy and she could also lie. We can't really verify that truth because he doesn't have the memories.
そんな夏木スバルに本当に今の自分を譲り渡すつもりなの？
I mean, everyone else wants the old Natsuki back. Doesn't really matter what the Subaru was thinking. If everyone else is happy that he comes back, then I guess.
さあ
No.
さあどうする？どうなの？どうしたいの？どうとでもできるよ。どうなっちゃってもいいよ。どうしちゃってもいいからさ。どんな風にしたって許してあげるから。さあどうするのさ、お兄さん。そんなんで大事な選択ができるの？もっと真剣に真面目に本気で自分のことを愛してあげなよ。
みんなが みんなともっと。
わかるわかるともわかるからさ。
やだやだ。やだ。
I mean, again, we don't really know what happens if you get your memories back. Would it be like overwriting? Would it not? I also feel like you can't trust her at all, right? She could say whatever she wants. I do understand that he doesn't want to be gone. He built all these memories, all these relations.
やだ。やだ。
そうだよ、そうなんだ。じゃあどうしたらいいと思う？
Don't listen to her. I feel like you are falling for whatever she's doing.
俺のまま。
そう、お兄さんはお兄さんのまま一度は奪い取ったんだ。椅子取りゲームだよ。座ったやつがキングなのさ。さあ認めろ。夏木スバルはお兄さんの最も身近な他人なんだ。さあ殺そうよ。殺すんだ。殺せば殺しちゃおう。殺してやれ。
How? Even if we wanted, how? He's gone? Is she trying to get him to kill her?
殺してしまえ。
夏木スバルを。
お兄さんがこの世で唯一の誰の代用品でもない夏木スバルだ。
俺が怖くなって出てきたのが夏木スバル。俺は消えたくない。死にたくない。
Is it? I would assume it's Beatrice?
俺はみんなと一緒にいたい。みんなが好きなんだ。だから俺はお前じゃない。お前と俺は。
誰と話してるの？お兄さん。誰もいないのに誰と？どうしてどちらか一つだけを選ぼうとするんですか？
He doesn't know her. He has no memories of her.
立ちなさい。立ちなさい。
なんでそんな言葉をぶつけられなきゃなんないんだよ。
立ちなさい。
誰なんだよ。もういいじゃないか。十分悩んだんだよ。
立ちなさい。
こんなに辛いのに苦しいのにどうして。
立って立ちなさい。
どうして胸の奥がこんなに熱いんだ。
立ちなさい夏木スバル。立ちなさい。ベルの英雄。立ち上がれたなら言ってください。言って救ってきて全てを。
全てってなんだ。 全てって何なんだ。
全ては全て。何もかも、全部、全員、自分も、最も身近な他人さえも。
できるのか、そんなことができると本気で思ってるのか。
やれますよ。だって。
だってなんだ。力を、答えをくれ。君の言葉で俺に。
スバル君はスバル君はゲムの英雄なんです。
I hate that I have to. The whole time I'm remembering the scene where Rem was confessing to Subaru and him being like, yeah, I love Emilia. And it's like the whole time I'm like, why? Again, he doesn't really know her, but it does seem to have an effect. Now, granted, we had Odd Lagna, Hall of Memories, whatever that is. Again, this is the part that went over my head. Odd Lagna, Hall of Memories, connected to the books, the library. It would explain why she's here, maybe?
お兄さん、どうしたのさ。
Why was she unable to see Rem, though?
ほら、さっきの続きを。
もう何も言わなくていい。
あ、
お前の根性のひん曲がった話はうんざりだ。
あと一歩で完全に夏木スバルと夏木スバルを引き剥がせたのに。
なんだそりゃ。なんでそんな真似を。
そんなの同じ人間を二度は食えないからに決まってるでしょ。別々でなきゃいけなかったんだよ。一度食べた夏木スバルと食べ残された夏木スバルは別々でなきゃいけなかった。
Okay. Now we see at least the reason why she's trying to manipulate him, which again is more of a reason for her to lie.
お前らの目的は何だ。
幸せになることだよ。お兄さんさ、人生が不公平だって思ったことない？生まれは選べないし、親も選べないし、環境も選べないし、未来も選べないし、何一つ選べない。でも、もし選べたら？だから私たちは探してる。この人生を生きてよかったって思えるバラ色の未来を、その運命の人生に巡り会えるまで、食ってかじって眠ってしゃぶってむさぼって暴飲暴食だけど、どれだけ他人の記憶を食らっても死の記憶だけは絶対に手に入らない。ねえ、死ぬってどんな感じなの？
Huh. I mean, that's true. They are unable to ever experience dying because their whole eating thing, they get all the memories, all the emotions from the person. But dying is something that eludes them. I guess until they found Natsuki? I mean, you should be able to know what it's like, right? You ate Subaru, didn't you? And he had like memories of a lot of death.
きっと辛いんでしょ？
I mean, it's in his memories, right? Or the death? Because technically it's like, okay, he died, time reset, in his memory still, he knew he died. He knew what it felt like. But the new timeline, he didn't die. So, did he die or did he not die? Is she able to... I'm assuming she ate the memories of him dying, right?
苦しいんでしょ、大変なんでしょ、痛いんだよね、気持ちいいって話もあるけど本当？ねえねえねえねえねえねえ。
俺の昨日の記憶があるならそれも知ってるんじゃねえのか。
I should have shut up.
それって古いしリアルじゃない。
Those are old and not real enough. He died like alone in the show. He died like 20 or so plus times. That is not enough. It's not enough.
私たちはもっと生の感覚が欲しいの。新しくてみずみずしい誰も知らない境地、この世で唯一の他の誰にも経験できない記憶。何かを間違ったらすぐ死んでやり直せばいいお手軽さ。自分の
Convenience of just dying and starting over immediately if you make a mistake. Yeah, Subaru doesn't do that, right? He always tries to go as far as possible, which, to be honest, is a far smarter move. If you want to change the outcome, you need information.
自分の最高の人生を見つけた後だって何かの失敗で台無しにする可能性はあるでしょ。でもお兄さんの人生ならそれがない。だからお願い、お兄さんの人生お腹いっぱい食べさせて。
You're never full.
俺の苦悩も俺の死も俺の人生も何もかも俺のもんだ。お前にくれてやるもんなんか一個もねえ。飢え死にしろ食い逃げ犯。お前の望んだ通りにはならない。俺の名前は夏木すばる。夏木健一と夏木奈穂子がつけてくれた名前だ。他も何もない。俺は俺だ。
上書きされて消えるかもしれないのに
魔法の言葉を教えてやる。
Back to the bro talk, huh?
それはそれ、これはこれだ。
うわー、失敗したよ、しちゃったしたんだ、してしまったしちゃったから、あとはお兄ちゃんと兄様に任せるしかないのか。
お前の兄貴どもがこの塔に行かねえと。これを
外への出口だよ。どうするお兄さん。後悔するよ。お兄ちゃんと兄様は食欲旺盛で手段を選ばないから。
Yeah, but Subaru is a hero, right? Right?
大丈夫。約束は覚えてる。夏木すばるはきっとそれを忘れない。だからきっとまた会える。その時は厳しい声だけじゃなく優しい声を聞かせてくれ。
Oh, okay, continues. Something. I will remember our promise. I had something in my mind, but it continues. Let's see what continues.
あー、つくしょー、なんて男だ。
やめろルイ。お前何しやがる。
この感情は何。愛しい愛しい時、愛しければ許さない、逃がさない、絶対に絶対に。
What did you do?
邪魔な記憶は捨てた。あとは全部食べるだけ。
What memories did you
こ
run
れ
away?
で終
What?
わったと思うなよ、夏木すばる。お前の人生は私たちのもんだ。
Oh, it's okay. So she threw away some memory that was in the way. I'm assuming this is Ram's memories? Maybe? Because it's blue, Ram is blue. This would also explain why Ram came. Kind of deal, right? Right? Maybe? Memories that were in the way. So, I mean, her plan failed. She wanted to separate the new Subaru from old Subaru so she could eat new Subaru. Right, my question was, she ate Subaru and can't eat the new Subaru because you can't eat the same person twice. Granted, I assumed this is connected to the name because they seemingly need the name. The question is, can her brothers eat Subaru now? Because she ate them. That is a big question. If brother A is eating Subaru, can brother B eat Subaru as well? Or is it just one person is only allowed to partake? But we have 3 gluttonies. I mean, we knew about her from season 3. We saw her pop up a second, rescuing her brother. The abilities, to be honest, of like gluttony is somewhat hard to understand for me. I probably need to read up on them again because it's like, okay, they can eat the memories. Sure, we know that, we see that. But they can also eat the name, which then, if they eat the name, then people's memories of them are gone. If they eat your memories, then your memories of everyone else is gone. If they eat both, then you are in like REM mode. But the question is just who's eating what? Is everyone eating everything, or they just, because one of them has like, they all have their preferences for what they want to eat. I'm guessing we are going to see more of that in the upcoming episodes. We only saw one brother, so maybe the other brother is the one that is responsible for the monster. We will see. Also, the question is still, why did the Witch of Envy come? And the biggest question, is this the final run? Because we, in ReZero territory, it's like, you know, everything is fine at the start of the season, then everything goes downhill, everything goes to shit, and then we take a 180, we come back, we climb up again. But the question is it in one go, or do we have maybe a couple restarts? And if that is the case, what do we need to redo again? That is going to be quite the question.